Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. That's right, the day we've all been waiting for, it's finally here. And as you can see, I've even brought some new equipment for the big day. Big shout out to the boys. But before we get into that, I'd like to take a moment just to reflect on the past. More specifically, on the comments I received on my latest PLC video. In my new segment I like to call Karen's in the Comments. Dude, which school did you go to? ... Not trying to be bratty, because I am nowhere near rich. Although I go to PLC. Look, I'm not saying you can't be poor and go to PLC. I'm just saying I don't think JobKeeper payments would pay for your enrollment. I'm not even sure if that would cover the gardener's wages. All I honestly think of this, guys, is he is definitely jaloux. Oh gosh, I didn't expect you to use such sophisticated language with me. It's a bit different to this next comment. Bruh. You are so pathetic. Who do you think you are? It is disgusting that you do this for a career. Yeah, see, Mum? YouTube is a career. Yeah, sorry to disappoint, but I just do this for a hobby. You know, some people like to spend their free time in gardening or cooking. I like to spend mine in constant legal peril. PLC girls work so damn hard for everything they have. Yeah, you know what? I was wrong. It's really hard being a trust fund baby. Right from day one, they've got the toughest challenge of their entire life. Do you know how hard they had to work to be born? Or maybe you were just jealous. I think so. Maybe try insulting your own school for a change. Pathetic. Well, you know, I feel like that's a fair point. I should probably give you some background information on myself. I'm currently in year 12 at St. Ives High School. And look, I would happily take this opportunity to roast my own school. They're just a bit busy duct taping the asbestos back into the roof at the moment. So, you know, I don't want to distract them. Anyway, let's get back to those boys in blue. No, not those ones. Not those ones. Although you Knox boys, you're probably pretty familiar with seeing those boys on your school campus, aren't you? Oh, that reminds me. Today's word of the day is allegedly. As in, I bought this shirt as a joke. Allegedly. Now, as this is a very special episode, I couldn't do it dressed like this, could I? Okay, it's not my fault that I like costume changes, okay? I'm a real boy now. I don't think my mother's ever been prouder. Now tonight, as this is the first episode where I'm 18, I've decided to go out and buy myself the single wankiest drink I could find. This little pig went fizz, fizz, fizz. Spirited rosé. It's not just normal rosé. It's rosé with a passion. Oh yes, that's a spirited rosé right there. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Oh, I nearly forgot. M'lady. Oh, I've always wanted to do it. I've seen a lot of people make fun of this little Knox Boys uniform, like, oh, you guys look like Boy Scouts. Like, where are you guys seeing Boy Scouts in this? Like, all I see is the brown shirts from Nazi Germany.
It's like a lounge.
All right, come on, own up. Who stuck tampons to the roof? I know it was one of you.
They just love the idea that they've now got their own space that they can come and socialise and just have fun in.
Are they throwing a rugby ball on a basketball court? Come on, at least try and pretend you know what you're doing.
Place where they can do individual work, they can work with teachers, they can collaborate with one another.
Wait, are you guys learning the piano without the piano? Jesus, even my school could find room in the budget for an actual piano. You know, it was broken and, you know, only half the keys would work, but still, that's 1 point to us.
There are more performing arts opportunities than ever before.
What note does this signify, guys? 1, 2, 3, flatten the curve.
We have a second large rehearsal space. We have a dedicated percussion space.
A dedicated percussion space. So you sit in a room and just bang an object. That sounds like an asylum. Hold up, you've got an entire percussion set and instead you've chosen to just bang the stool in front of you.
Is state-of-the-art recording studio and...
Oh, they've got a recording studio? What if they drop a diss track? Yo, what up? It's Knox. Our boys gotta put you in a headlocks. We have money. You don't. Sue me. You won't.
And a contemporary rock lab as well. We've also got our...
What the hell does that machine do? Does it teleport you to the other rich schools?
There is never a sense that the boys are dragging their feet to enter the doors of any of our learning spaces.
Oh, I'm sure none of these boys would ever drag their feet. And if they did, Daddy would come round with a golf cart.
Of our students. We're really looking forward to how that's going to pan out.
Oh, of course, you put the Asian on the violin. Jesus, I thought this was a progressive school.
This was me back in year 7 or 8, probably the start of term.
Hold up, why are your photos so much better than mine? Throw a picture up of me in year 7. I look like a rabid animal that even the RSPCA would say, yeah, put it down.
Different cities, different universities in the future. But I think the culture at Knox is so strong that...
What culture? The only culture I'm seeing is the type that would wear socks with Crocs.
There's a reason many of us will be standing here in 20 years' time, maybe with a few boys of our own playing sport.
Yeah, there'll be no women for me, thanks. Just like the great King Henry told us, if they don't give you men, you divorce them.
You have finished your time at Knox with dignity and grace.
Oh, that's quite impressive, you know. Not everyone finishes their time at Knox with grace and dignity.
In the faith, be courageous, be strong.
Oh, for crying out loud, he's hot and he's nice to his mother. Give the assholes in costumes a chance.
Hi and welcome to Knox Grammar School. My name's Scott James and I am the headmaster. And to be part of that change is extremely exciting.
Alright, mate. I get that he's the headmaster and you gotta play nice. You're overdoing it a bit.
And their physical development. In other words, holistic education.
Oh, geez, I thought we got rid of bikie gangs in New South Wales.
Relationships that are authentic.
I never thought I'd ever have to say this about two men. But what a simp. The bloke on the end is healing over laughing after the principal probably just said, knock knock. I like that when you guys show the highlight reel, it's of you beating Barker. I respect the pettiness. Yes! Squash, the sport of champions. Nothing screams manlyhood like passive-aggressively hitting a ball against a wall for an hour. You're putting the Asian on the table tennis team. Jesus Christ, Knox, just because he looks like he can play doesn't mean he can. Oh, the triumphant return we've all been waiting for. Can I just say, this one, absolutely useless. You stood there like a mannequin, mate. That's not how you play the great sport of fencing. I've been sold a bloody dud. You know, I've recently discovered that apparently a lot of private schools do this little army thing. I like to think that they're preparing for a civil war. But what confuses me is why bother training up a bagpipe player? You'd want as many men on the battlefield that are going to be helpful. You know, you don't want a guy blowing an instrument that's going to give away your position, do you?
Improve the mental health, resilience and well-being of every student at Knox. Positive psychology.
You've spent all this time and effort on designing this animation on your school where you can design the dream student. You can make him look like whatever you want. And you pick an albino with blonde hair.
Role in reducing depression, anxiety.
Hey mate, just step to the left, then you won't get rained on.
Spiritual fitness.
Spiritual fitness? Yeah, drop down and give me 20 for Jesus.
Knox Total Fitness.
Wait a minute, you've got to do the full "G'day, sir" to all of your fellow students as well? Come on, we all know that when you're at high school, anyone younger than you, the only interaction you should have is to spit on them.
Really interested and really excited by it.
I've never done virtual reality before.
Oh, I've seen that look on someone's face doing virtual reality. You're not supposed to be on those sites at school, young man.
The fantastic thing we're seeing is the use of drones.
Guys, do you really need a net for the drones? Oh no, what if one of the blades bumps my big nose?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, crowd's getting a bit rowdy.
Oh,
epic! Oh, jeez, I can't lie. I'm excited for this year. What are they going to do? A bit of the Renegade? Hit the woe? Maybe they'll do a bit of a throwback, Gangnam Style.
Look a lot like Christmas.
They do a puppet. They do a puppet show. And also, it looks like this bloke's the only one behind it. So, I'm assuming it's max 2 characters, unless he gets really creative. Oh, you know I'm a sucker for a fencing shot. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's them once again beating Barker. Nice of them to use the frame where he's got his face into the turf.
Book Week is a celebration of reading and of learning.
Jeez, you can imagine. Morning tea on the day of this would be heated. Oh, you've dressed Johnny up as Where's Wally again, have you? Oh, same as last year? Oh, Garrett's gone for the pirate again. Oh, yeah, seen that before. Oh, you went with Superman? It's probably why he's in the back.
See from the enthusiasm and excitement.
Yes, lad! That is the kind of costume I like to see. That is the quintessential, oh god, it's the book fair tomorrow kind of costume I love.
I am Yellow Crayon from the day the crayons quit.
I like how they still put the subheading. Like, yeah, we've guessed that he's a student. Yeah, no, that's actually Dean, the groundskeeper. He just thought he'd have some fun.
So I choose this book because I like it so much, and in the middle of the night when my mum was gone, I turned the light on and started reading it.
Oh, what is this? Parenting. This is how kids lead into gangs. It's a gateway. It's a gateway.
Hi, I'm Jack and I'm a boarder from Dunedoo. We've got dogs, chooks and a few horses. My horse is called PK. Oh yeah, and we've got a whole lot of cows.
See, he's allowed to have cows because he's on a farm. I'm looking at you, PLC.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool to be able to ride my bike around.
This is the most camera-friendly farm I've ever seen in my life. Let's just say my grandparents' farm, yeah, not exactly like this. See, sitting on that farm, it's just sitting back and hoping that a bazillion flies attack someone else for a change and just waiting for the time to pass. There's no slow-mo shots of motorbikes going through puddles, there's just landscape.
What do I want to be? I don't know, I guess I'll find out soon enough.
Good answer. Keep them guessing. Hey Jack, here's a bit of a tip from me. If you want to get a little bit of extra pocket change, just tell your parents you're going to drop out and go to TAFE. They're happy to fill up your bank account just to keep you in there.
Mugs Book is the best of all time.
Just sit and look cute. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. If you've got a school you don't like, leave them in the comments. Anyway, that's all from me. I'll see you around. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh.